a lot of noise and a lot of just in general insecurities.
Welcome to Abundant Self, your podcast for female empowerment, spirituality, mindset, and more. I'm your host, Jules, entrepreneur, coach, personal development seeker, and your number one cheerleader on this mission to guide you today becoming your most abundant self. Are you ready to unleash your inner goddess? Let's get into it.
Hello, my loves. Welcome to Abundant Self, the podcast. I am so excited for you being back. If you are listening every single week, if you're new here, my name is Jules. I'm so excited for you being here as well. Maybe you found me through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, or maybe through Instagram. My Instagram handle is @JulesManifest, by the way. So excited to be here. Also, a quick little update on background change, where I am currently, all the things. So to dive straight into the episode, I'm gonna give you this quick update. I am back in Germany right now. It actually feels so weird to speak to you in that setting and being back in my little room here in Germany because it's been a while. You probably maybe even don't recognize that background because you've been I've just been gone. I'm living in Chile, so it's been a while that I was right here in Germany. And now I am visiting family, my sister's wedding, so many exciting things that have been going on in that month. And yeah, I'm just deeply grateful also to catch up with so many friends and family from here. Really soaking up all this quality time. We did travel around a little bit through Europe as well. We went to Poland for a couple of days, Northern Italy a week. It's been pretty amazing. But other than that, let me really quickly also give you a heads up if in the next couple of episodes the background is going to change again. I am going on the 28th of November. So by the time you're listening to this episode, it's probably only a week or so. We're going to fly back to Chile, and all of my family is going to come along the way. Not all of them, but my aunt, my uncle, my parents, like a lot of people are coming. And they want to see how Dara and I are living in Chile. They want to get to know Chile. And so, we'll be traveling with them through Chile for 2 weeks. 2.5 actually. So half of the month of December, we're going to be all about, touring and getting to know new places. A bunch of places Dara and I have already visited in Chile, but there's a couple that are going to be new for us as well. So very, very, very exciting. And therefore, background, we're gonna be staying at different Airbnbs at different places. And so I am planning to record the episodes somewwhat live, so let's see if there's going to be 1 or 2 episodes where the background is also completely different. That's just about that life update and what's been going on. I hope you are well. I hope that this end of the year now, for a lot of people, it's quite stressful. I hope that for you it is not stressful in your job, what you do work-wise. I just hope you're happy and you're having fun. And without further ado now, let's dive into today's episode. You pressed play because this is something that you might be struggling with, the whole topic of overthinking. And I just had a conversation with with one of my private clients this morning, and that's exactly why I felt called to do an episode on this topic, because I felt like maybe 1 or 2 of you can also really resonate with what I'm sharing and can, maybe you can recognize yourself in this struggle of overthinking. Now, if you know someone, a friend, a best friend, a sister, someone who can also benefit from what I'm sharing, please make sure to send this episode her or his way. That would help me so much to continue to grow the show. For me to sit down every single week and record an episode for you is so much fun, but I also appreciate your support. By by simply either leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or sharing this episode also with a screenshot to your story, tagging me. I'm always so keen to hear and to see who's listening and who's on the other side. Now, overthinking, honestly, it's been a time for me that I probably like a couple of years ago, 2019, I think, was like the very worst time, I would say, of my life, where I was really, really, really struggling with my thoughts, and I constantly was overthinking. And now this morning, having this conversation with my client, it's so funny because that reminded me of last week when one of my best friends, she said, "Oh, Jules, remember when we went shopping and in 2019 and you were so like overthinking about whether or not to buy that crop top?" And I really remember, and I can barely recognize myself, honestly, with that version of myself back then in 2019, but it's true. I used to overthink so much about like a $20 crop top, whether or not it fits me, whether or not it's a good investment, like should I buy it, should I not? And it just like kept going and going and going until my best friend used to be like, "Jules, like stop it, get it or don't get it." And yeah, sometimes this tough love is really, really good from either a coach or a best friend. It's really necessary also, because that was kind of like an eye opener for me of like, what's going on? Why am I so in my head, And yeah, and now like reflecting on that and talking to my client this morning about this topic was like, yeah, it's been a journey. I definitely have learned so much about the mindset, about mindfulness, the thoughts, beliefs in general, that now I can give those lessons, of course, to you, but also to my clients. One of the ways how I really would say deal with overthinking right now is just by building confidence. And so, yes, there are ways of like practicing mindfulness, meditation, step by step, not having like too much on your plate, but taking it really one step at a time. But I also truly believe that it is all up to you by you building your confidence. I believe that if you are a confident person, then you are less of an overthinker. And why do I believe that? Because I've seen it firsthand, of course, with myself. Back then in 2019, I was so insecure about myself. I was struggling with an eating disorder. I used to not like my body. I used to not like what I was doing. I was, heavily unhappy, depressed, only attracting toxic relationships into my life. I was like, what is wrong with me? Why is no guy taking me seriously? And all those things. And yeah, what was definitely the issue now looking back was a huge lack of confidence. I was so insecure with myself, with my body, with my life, everything, because I had no control in terms of like, I didn't know how to truly claim back your power by controlling your mind, and that you are the one who can shift everything in your outside by shifting your mindset and by shifting your thoughts and your beliefs and doing the inner work and healing, all that good stuff that I'm now teaching my clients, basically. Back then, 2019, huge lack of confidence, and that led me to questioning every single thing that I was doing, what I was wearing, if my hair was good enough, if I looked good enough, if someone would someone say something to me if I would do this or wouldn't do that, if I did that, if I did this or didn't do that. So a lot of noise and a lot of just in general insecurities. So I truly, and that is also something that then I told my client this morning. I was like, let's focus on building your confidence. Let's focus on shutting down all of that noise in the outside and focusing on yourself, and for you to build back up who you truly are, because that is going to help you then also, first of all, see clearly And that ultimately leads to less overthinking. Because when do you overthink? Maybe you can now think back to a time that you've been heavily overthinking, or maybe right now you're like, yeah, I'm quite an overthinker. When is that normally? It's when there is too much noise from the outside and when you are insecure or not sure, not certain about what you're doing. Yes? Does that resonate? So you need to get clear on what you're doing, build that self-confidence, and be so sure that what you're doing is the right thing or how you're presenting yourself is the right thing. So it all comes back to building up that self-confidence. Now you're like, how am I doing this? How am I building up that self-confidence? I have a couple of other podcast episodes actually going deep into confidence. Also, for example, when starting your own business, confidence, talking about vulnerable things online, confidence, showing up on camera, confidence, talking to strangers, confidence, solo traveling, so many things that I spoke about in one of my latest episodes. So you can also just like scroll down and see what other podcast episodes you might find interesting and then have a listen to them. But yeah, I do definitely recommend just whenever you feel like you're overthinking and you're in a time of confusion and unclarity and not really knowing where to get started, what to do, besides taking it step by step and besides breaking it down and going with the flow also, and not now seeing the big, huge top, but like really seeing the way, your path, one challenge at a time or one task at a time, but also seeking help, really seeking help. There's nothing bad about seeking help. And that doesn't have to be me. That doesn't have to be another coach. That can be even the internet, like for real. But you can seek help and you're allowed to seek help in whichever form or way. So if you're like, yes, that resonates. Yes, I actually want your help, Jules. No one knows that yet. No socials. I haven't posted it anywhere. This is you, the podcast fam, getting all the juicy details before anyone else because there are going to be limited spots available. But I will be opening up one-on-one coaching again for January 2024. So if that feels like it's something that resonates with you, of course, I have so many other resources, maybe at lower price points if you feel like you're just getting into my world, you just want to get to know me and see, like one, just getting one foot into the door. There are other options, so you can always DM me. I will find a solution for you, don't worry. But if you are ready, you want to have skin in the game, you want to make 2024 your best year yet, quantum leap, up level, attract amazing new opportunities, maybe even start your own business and get someone who can teach you because she has done it before, step by step, then I'm offering my help, my support right now to you. It's going to be bi-weekly one-on-one coaching calls with me. Voxer or WhatsApp access Monday to Friday, so you can voice note me if there's anything coming up. And the current investment is $3,000. So this is for the 3-month period of one-on-one coaching with me together. Now spots are limited. If you feel like, yes, I'm in, let's do this. Of course, payment plans are also available to split the investment a little bit and break it up. But yeah, I would be so happy and excited to work with you closely. This is application-based only. So I want you to DM me straight away, private or one-on-one on Instagram at Jules Manifest. And then I can hop on a call with you and we can see how this works, if it's something for you, if it's not. And as I said before, if you feel like you are currently, you need help with something else or anything like that maybe, hasn't to do with my eyes getting like literally being my whole focus, my whole energy on your life, on your business, on what you're currently struggling with, then also check out my free resources. I have amazing masterclasses who have transformed lives before. They are for free. This podcast, of course, is a free resource where I'm showing up every single week and I'm trying to give you as much value as possible. I have meditations, guided meditations, and so many more resources. And of course, Abundant Self Academy, my 12-week manifestation and personal development course. So there's a variety of help, of support that I can offer you. Just check out down below in the link. I'm going to leave it all in the show notes so you can check it out on your own time. And other than that, I thank you so much for being here, for tuning in once again, for being part of Abundant Self. I'm just very, very grateful that you are listening every single week. And I'm sending you a huge hug from Germany right now. Once you listen to this, who knows, maybe I'm going to be back in Chile. But I'm sending you all my love to you and to wherever you are in the world right now. Bye.